It's a big success.
Warm.
Welcoming.
Just like the town I was born in.
Just like the town I was born in.
Holiday. Stay with someone you know who really knows you.
A beautiful night for baseball in Atlanta as we get set for Game 2 of the three-game series between the Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. Crowd still filing in here to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Formula 2000 starting up for Jim Fregosi tonight. Lenny Dykstra in center field. Mariano Duncan will be at shortstop tonight. Ricky Jordan will give John Kruk a night off at first base. Dave Holland's a cleanup hitter. Then Incavilla, Chamberlain, and Pratt, who's going to do the catching. Todd Pratt behind the plate. Mickey Morandini will get the start at second base. And Shawn Boskie, the pitcher, as Skip told you. Defensively for the Braves, Klesko, Sanders, and Justice in the outfield. Everything's the same on the infield, but Charlie O'Brien is going to be behind the plate for his first start in a non-John Smoltz start. And that's because Javier Lopez definitely needs a night off after the beating he took last night. Kent Merker gets his first start since April 26th against the Florida Marlins. He won that game 9-6. Only Braves won that game 9-6. He got no decision, worked only 3 2/3 innings. This is his first work since injuring himself on a dive for a ball a week ago tonight. You might remember a bunt that was popped up, and he made a headlong dive for it near the third baseline, and he bruised his ribs. But I was talking to him tonight before the start, Skip, and he said it's not like the injury he suffered a couple of years ago and last year. This is closer to the sternum and bruised the front of his ribs. He's thrown on the side in between starts, and he thinks he'll be okay tonight.
I know they'll be keeping a close eye on him, and Len Dykstra leads things off for the Phillies. He is hitting .252, 0 for 3 last night with an RBI. This year against lefties, hitting just .091. There's a look at the men in blue.
Jerry Lane behind the plate, Jeff Kellogg, Paul Runge, and Dana DeMuth on the sack.
DeMuth, by the way, got rave reviews from everybody today for the way he handled that mess last night. So Dykstra ready to go. And so is Merker, and we are underway, and that's a strike. Curve 0-2. Many of the Braves playing with those stockings exposed tonight. That's in tribute to Steve Bedrosian. His son Cody threw out the first ball here tonight, quoted by his brother Kyle. We'll show you that as we go along here. Right now we'll show you Len Dykstra heading back toward the dugout, one away. Merker starts with a flourish.
Got him looking too, made some good pitches. And the first pitch of the night was a fastball inside, and that set up everything else. Here's the pregame ceremonies. Cody Bedrosian, as most of you I think know, has been battling leukemia for the last few years. It's been a real rough off-season in Minneapolis near the Mayo Clinic. And what a comeback. What a tremendous comeback. And brother Kyle looked good out there too. Duncan hits the foul to the right side. It's 0-1 and a proud Papa Steve. And his wife Tammy, boy, she has been a pillar of strength through this whole thing. Really a great lady. 0-1 the count. I think it's great what the guys are doing with their socks too. That's wonderful.
1-1 is the count. Merker ahead of another hitter. Crowd of 40,000 or thereabouts. So a lot of people who had tickets for this game are probably about 2 miles away or headed in that direction where the Hawks and Pacers about have at it in NBA basketball action. Just missed inside 2-2. That game is blacked out in the Atlanta area, so we'll be keeping you up to date with the scores as we go along. By the way, Gary Sheffield today sprained a rotator cuff. He'll be out for about 3 weeks, we are told. Not at all good news for the Florida Marlins. The 2-2 pitch. High pop right side. McGriff gives chase. So does Justice. David cannot get there. It's not. And bounces into the seat. Count stays the same.
Certainly Kent Merker showing no signs of his rib problem slowing his fastball down because he's airing it out tonight.
Well, we wish a speedy recovery to a really good guy in this game. Tom Browning for Reds. That's awful. Man, I didn't see the the film of it, but they say it's really
I did.
unpleasant sight, huh?
Saw it tonight, and yeah, it was scary, reminiscent of Dave Dubecki. Different circumstances, but the look was the same.
He's been placed, Browning has, on the 15-day disabled list, but he's going to be out a good deal longer than that. The 2-2. High ball, right center field. Who wants it? It's going to be Dion. 2 away. Ricky Jordan gets the call. He's hitting .250 for the year. He's only 1 out of 14, though, against left-handers. He appeared as a pinch hitter last night, tapped one back to the mound. Two out, nobody aboard. Boy, if we could just bottle this weather and use it all summer. A little low, 1 ball, no strikes, but we better enjoy it while we can because we know what's coming.
That is correct.
Thanks, sir. I wish I had the income. The ball and a strike is the count. Colorado beat the Giants today 4-2. Swinging bunt. That is trouble. They'll let it roll, but that won't do them any good either. They had no chance to throw him out. An infield hit for Jordan, and Dave Holland's the batter. And he's hitting .162 against left-handers. These guys have not handled the left-hand pitching at all.
He's made some great pitches tonight. That was an excellent changeup, but no chance at all for Terry, and Terry could only hope it would roll foul, and it didn't.
If Joe sounds a little unnerved tonight, folks, there's a good reason for it. I'll tell you in just a minute.
Can't wait to hear this.
Runner at first, 2 out, you know. Strike at the knees, inside corner. For the first time tonight, Joe got the chance to meet his idol, Tomahawk Tom, and he is visibly affected by that.
I may never be the same.
Nor will he. Time called now. O'Brien to the mound to talk it over with Kent Merker.
Even Charlie's got his pants up high to show some stirrup socks, and that's a real good look with those high tops, I might add. Some of the pitchers were cracking me up. Mike Stanton, Tom Glavine with their low stirrups and high pants.
Threw it right by him. It's 0-2.
Kent looks fresh. He's not exerting himself too much and really has some good zip on that fastball.
Wow. Pretty good pitch. A little outside, I guess. 1-2. 4,500 tickets remain in the upper pavilion for tomorrow's game. 249-6400, remember to call. That's Ticketmaster or head for Gate G. That's into the dirt, and it evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jerry Lane flips a new baseball into play. The outfield plays Hollins around toward right. He was 1 for 4 last night, a double down the right field line. And he rips this one to left, the foul, right over the Phillies bullpen. It stays 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I would be surprised if Kent tries to throw another fastball by him. He got one by him. Hollins was ready for the last one. This will be a changeup or a curveball, probably something away from Hollins to make him try to chase something off the plate.
It was a breaking ball. It was low. Merker was on his way to the dugout, but the pitch was downstairs and the count is full, 3-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Make it 3 and 2. What does it mean when you drink water with nothing in it that makes you cough? That's not a good sign, is it? Did he go? No. So 2-out trouble for Merker. And Pete Incaviglia will be the batter.
News for another Major League veteran, Bruce Hurst, who had been in Oklahoma City with the Rangers organization, trying to work his way back into big league shape, was recalled by the Rangers today and will make his first start for Texas tonight.
In his career, Incaviglia 1 of 3 against Merker.
Kent, by the way, has been mighty tough this year with men in scoring position. Average against him very low.
See if he can do some more pitching out of trouble here.
He and Charlie O'Brien have had a couple of cats already, and might see a few more as these two get used to each other. Although Charlie did get Ken a little bit in spring training.
Probably not as much as he would have liked because he had those back problems early in the spring. That was foul tip, but into O'Brien's glove, and Merker quickly out in front, 0-2. The 0-2. Right off the end of the bat foul, count stays the same. When the Braves come home on May 24th, they play Houston, a 3-game series. There are only 3,200 tickets left right now for Tuesday the 24th. 10,000 remain for Wednesday the 25th and 3,300 for Thursday the 26th. He got him with a fastball, and the inning is over. 2 strikeouts for Merker. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first, no score.
What a gorgeous spot. Is it just me, or does it feel like we're right in the middle of a James Bond movie?
Oh, it does.
Right between the chase scene and the torture scene?
And a romantic scene?
And he retracts his left and right wing machine guns, and a bulletproof TV emerges from the hood just in time for the beautiful woman to say,
Want a bomb?
James Bond Nights begins 8:05 Eastern Wednesday on PBS.
We're in Oysterville, Washington.
This is my husband, Ray. Everybody knows Ray and Nada. And everyone knows the story.
He fell off the roof playing his drain.
And he fell right on his head.
He was in bad shape when we got on scene.
He could have died really easy.
Aflac just worked out great.
Aflac covers the unexpected costs of getting better, so you can get on with life.
I would say he's very hard-headed.
It's a major breakthrough in auto protectant technology. Formula 2001 Super Protectant. It provides a more brilliant, longer-lasting shine than Armor All on vinyl and leather. And look, in the Arizona desert, Formula 2001 brought back the shine to UV-faded vinyl. Rubber, even leather. Get the new standard in automotive protectant technology. Formula 2001, with 50% more active shining ingredients than Armor All. Get Formula 2001 products today.
Kent Merker blinks the Phillies in the top of the first inning, and we check out Bobby Cox's lineup for tonight's ball game. Sanders, Pendleton, and Klesko, the first 3 in the order. Then McGriff at the cleanup spot, followed by Justice. And then the shakeup begins with Lemke, O'Brien, and Belliard. Near the bottom of the order, Kent Merker will pitch and bat 9th. The Phillies defensively, with the changes in their lineup, Incaviglia, Dykstra, and Chamberlain, the same 3 in the outfield. Hollins and Duncan will be on the left side. Morandini and Jordan, new additions on the right. Todd Pratt is behind the plate to give Darren Dalton a night off. And right-hander Shawn Boskie makes his 3rd start of the year. He's 27 years old, 6'3", 200-pounder. out of Reno, Nevada, makes his home now in Scottsdale, Arizona.
He came over in a deal from the Cubs on April 12th for right-hander Kevin Foster. He is 1-4 lifetime against the Atlanta team. That victory was last year, and he throws the strike to Sanders, and the bottom of the first is underway.
He has made 2 starts thus far for the Phillies, but he has been used out of the bullpen on 6 different occasions.
Breaking ball missed down and in. His dad is out of Hilo, Hawaii. One of the truly beautiful places on this planet. 2-1. He's been in pro ball as Boskie since 1986. Over the screen, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dion has slipped a bit. He's at 303, which is still plenty good enough. Still 2-2 as he sends another one back to the netting. New York failed to score in the first at Montreal. Pittsburgh and Florida scoreless after an inning. Boy, Andy Van Slyke has been hot. Started to go, slammed on the brakes. Count runs full, 3-2.
Shawn Boskie pretty outspoken after he was traded from the Cubs, wondering why he was traded, with the Cubs needing some help in the starting rotation. And he's hoping to be a permanent member of the Phillies rotation, given this opportunity with Ben Rivera going on the disabled list. Rivera, by the way, will be sent to Clearwater, Florida tomorrow to begin a rehab on his sore right shoulder.
Fly ball left field, and Cavilla on the run. He's there. 1 out. Sanders flies to left, 1 away, and Terry Pendleton the batter. Pendleton has owned this guy in his career. 8 out of 13, a home run included. Tim Wallach, another 2-run homer last night. He must have found the time to use. Looked like his career was right down the chute, but not this year.
Sounds like Reggie Smith has really helped him over there in Los Angeles this year. Jerry was out for some more extra batting practice today. 1 for his last 20, but that 1 was a home run last night.
1-1. Boy, another player hurt. Oakland pitcher Todd Van Poppel left the game in the second inning after a line drive hit him on the knee. And to add to his pain, he had surrendered 5 runs in the first.
He probably jumped in front of the line drive.
High, lazy fly, center field. A veritable can of corn. 2 down.
Where do you think that saying came from? Can of corn.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Think it came from the old, like the old dry goods stores or the old grocery stores, can of corn, you know, like high on the shelf. Tip it off, catch it, an easy can of corn.
Maybe the first guy to hit a high lazy fly was a colonel.
Never mind.
Or maybe it was Ty Cobb. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strike. The count. I bet somebody will write and let us know. Oh! 3-0. They may just cut him loose here. Here comes the answer. The 3-0 pitch. They do turn him loose. He fouls it away. The count is 3-1.
Someone called us from Lukenbach, Texas, to let us know that they didn't know the answer to that either.
Well, it probably wasn't Willie Nelson, Paulie.
No.
The 3-1 pitch. Over the outside corner. It's full now, 3-2. So the payoff to Klesko. Again, he fouls it back, and the count stays the same. Pirates and Marlins now have played an inning with no score. Those Rockies keep playing decent baseball, as do the Marlins. Oh, I don't know, just 2 under. Florida 2 over. Foul tip, and Pratt could not hang on.
Free swing here for Klesko. And a little bit tardy on the fastballs from Boskie. He's not overpowering. He relies pretty much on finesse. With good control.
Curveball got him. Good pitch. The inning is over. So Shawn Boskie breezes through the first in 1-2-3 fashion at the end of an inning. No score.
1994 Atlanta Braves baseball on TBS is brought to you by Lear.
In my career, I've had a lot of good things happen to me. Of course, there were a few headaches, but that's when I'd reach for a Goody's headache powder, and I'm not alone. In a recent survey, doctors preferred the Goody's Formula 2 by more than 3-to-1 over BC's. And only Goody's beats a headache the way I prefer, in record-breaking time.
All right. Make it good. Make it fast.
In business, there never seems to be enough of it. And the last thing you can afford to do is run out of it. Time. So rest assured, Delta Airlines will help you make the most of it. With over 4,900 flights a day to over 300 cities around the world. And best of all, we'll make sure you arrive relaxed and refreshed with plenty of time to spare. Delta Airlines.
Welcome to the Fleer Ultra Baseball Factory Tour. This year, we're putting gold foil stamping on both sides. Plus, more color-enhanced action on our all-new 3-photo backs. Fasten your seatbelts. There's UV coating on both sides, too. And we're in your face with incredible inserts featuring superstars and hot rookies. There's one insert card in every pack. 94 Fleer Ultra Baseball, better than ever.
We go to the second inning here in a scoreless game. Chamberlain leads it off. He's off to a good start, hitting .333. Homer doubled, scored both their runs last night. He was 2 out of 3. He has faced Merker only twice and has 1 hit against him. Curve inside, 1 ball, no strike. I was thinking today about Dana DeMuth and the way he handled that last night. You have to read the player's intent. Try to get inside his mind. Psychiatrists charge up to, I guess, $1,000 an hour to do that. They're supposedly trained, but they don't have to do it in front of 50,000 people.
And snap judgment.
That's it. So I think he handled that about as well as it could be handled. It's not. Little looper, that is going to get in there in fair territory. Justice misjudges it, fires towards second, and he is safe. I don't know what happened to David out there. Whether he just lost the ball or whether it took a funny hop. In any event, an extra base is the result.
I think he was trying to be careful not to overrun it, and then the ball, like a golf ball, bit and jumped back to his right. Chamberlain's living right. Last night, remember, he hit one out there in the light that Justice lost that went for a double.
And a good throw might have had him. The throw was very high. So a runner is at second. Our assumption is they scored it as a double, and Todd Pratt is the batter. Pratt hitting .273 in limited playing time. When Darren Dalton's on your team, you don't play a whole lot. What we've seen of him, he looks like a pretty good player. At the knees, 1-1.
Very strong receiver. Just needs more at bats to show what he can do at the plate this year. 3 for 11, struck out 4 times.
I wonder if there's a suspension heading Jeff Juden's way. He hits it to the right side, gets the runner to third. A nice job of hitting by the big catcher. Runner at third, 1 out. The reason I say that is if you suspend the player who ejects and suspend the player who charges the mound, well, then if a player doesn't charge the mound and the other guy's ejected, does he get suspended too?
I think it's certainly worth consideration. I think they might also consider what the guy's past has been also, and Juden had been ejected a few days ago in a brawl the Phillies had.
Hit foul. They have had 7 ejections in the month of May after having none in April, and people close to the Phillies say it's just the frustration of this terrible start.
Braves are playing in early here, try to cut off the run, I think primarily because they've got Morandini and the pitcher Boskie due up to try to drive the run home. They're hoping he can get it, keep Morandini the ball in the infield.
That's the best fastball he's thrown all night. It's 0-2. Morandini at 286. He is 0 for 3 lifetime against Kent Merker. This is one of those spots where you do go for a strikeout if you can get it. Fastball up and away. It's 1-2. I don't know if you can see it, but watch how late Charlie O'Brien shifts. He doesn't want the hitter to be able to sneak a peek back there and see where he's sitting up.
And that's something that Javi Lopez is still learning. Javier gives it away.
Yeah. A young catcher just forgets he's so intent on it. Did he go? Negatory. It's 2-2.
That was a good pitch. Good breaking ball. Morandini fortunate not to commit himself on that one. He's hoping that trend continues right here. Morandini chokes up on the bat about as much as anybody in baseball these days.
Curve, hit on the ground to McGriff, looks the runner back, steps on the bag, 2 down. Boskie is 0 for 4 on the year, and he comes out here. And now you've got a great chance to get out of it. O'Brien out in front of the plate with a word from Merker. In the American League, 2.5 innings have passed. Detroit hammering hapless Oakland 5-0. After 3, Cleveland 2-1 over New York. After 2.5, Milwaukee and Boston 2-2. Here's the pitch. A little bit inside. After an inning and a half, Toronto and Baltimore are scoreless. Minnesota and Kansas City just started. There's a strike at the knees, 1-1.
Speaking of pitchers hitting, the Braves pitchers had a spirited game today. The relievers against the starters in their pregame batting practice. Starters won today. Avery 2-run homer.
He swings the bat like he has some idea what he's about up there. He tried to jump that one right out there.
He was an infielder prior to his signing a professional contract. An infielder in high school. Also played infield at Modesto Junior College.
And the 1-2 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Until the opposing pitcher showed me that he could get around on my fastball, though, Merker would be best suited to just keep pumping him in there because take something off speed and he might flip one into the outfield. Nope.
3-2 the count. Len Dykstra is next. You don't want him to bat in this spot.
Jim was trying to put him away there. He just didn't get the call on the borderline pitch.
High pop. McGriff has no play. The outfield plays Boskie around toward right and shallow. short left field. Fusco, a long run. That ball was hit a mile in the air. Ryan has it, and the inning is over. Boskie didn't miss by much getting that out of here. He had a good swing at that ball. 1 hit, no runs. No errors, 1 left. They've left 3 in the first 2. We go to the bottom of the second, no score.
What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Mom's at home. Pager.
With a Motorola pager, the important people in your life can always reach you.
Ooh, this works.
The affordable, portable Motorola pager.
You know what really gets under my skin?
Your boss?
No, my athlete's foot. Say this is my foot. Athlete's foot doesn't just happen from between my toes. It grows down in here, just below the skin surface. That's why I use Mycotin. Mycotin's serious stuff. It penetrates to kill the fungus where it grows. With Mycotin, I don't just get relief, I get cured. When athlete's foot gets under your skin, get Mycotin. A cure that gets in.
Even though you may have never used a steel chainsaw, you already know how it feels to cut with one. Now available in steel territory, starting at only $199.95.
If they're not Mopar parts, even if they say they'll fit, and look like they'll fit, the question is, will they really fit? Mopar, the only parts made precisely for Chrysler Corporation vehicles, installed by the dealer. It's the only way to be sure. For Mopar parts and service, see your local Chrysler Corporation dealer.
Tonight's telecast is authorized under rights granted by the Atlanta National League Baseball Club, intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Braves is prohibited.
And at the conclusion of tonight's game, Don and Big Earn will be selecting the Holiday Inn Player of the Game. Our colleague Pete Van Wieren will be working the Hawks game tonight with Mike Fratello. We'll see some folks there ready to fill out their all-star ballots. Balloting started this week. Be sure to cast yours when you're at the yard.
Fred McGriff leads off the bottom half of the second inning. And looks at a strike. It's 0-1. He just missed that one a mile high into short right field. Morandini is up and staggers, but makes the catch. One away. 1 pitch, 1 out. David Justice will be the batter. The Phillies have the only 2 hits in the game, but we are scoreless, bottom of the second.
I saw Javier Lopez after the ball game last night, limping around the clubhouse. He didn't know which spot on his body to favor the most. His foot was really hurting after the foul ball he hit off of it. Of course, got hit with a couple of pitches. It's good for him to have a night off.
That ball's pretty well hit into right center field, but Chamberlain gets over that. 2 pitches, 2 out. And Mark Lemke is the batter. Fly ball, foul left side. We are scoreless in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Boskie's looked great for this point. It's even now at 1-1. Joe Simpson, Skip Carey with you from the stadium. 2-1 the count. There must be some bad hops in the stairs around the stadium tonight. Some of the vendors having a little trouble getting up and down the aisle.
A lot of bobbing and weaving.
3-1 the count.
We talked in our opening comments about the Braves' home runs last night and the fact that they got 10 hits. That hitting can be contagious, as we saw early in the season when they ripped off 13 out of 14. And everybody was contributing.
He walked him. There's the first Atlanta base runner, and Charlie O'Brien to the plate.
It's only his third walk in 23, I think it's 24 innings now. And that has not been the case in his career. Last year he walked 21 in 65 innings. An average of about 3 to 4 a contest. But this year he's certainly cut down on that.
Charlie O'Brien stands in there. Getting back to that can of corn, was Cobb County named High Cobb?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so, but
we're giving the staff a lot of research work to do. A ball and a strike to count. A little looper into right field, base hit. Lemke around second. He is on his way to third, and the Braves have him on the corners with 2 outs. O'Brien strokes the Braves' first hit of the night.
watch this swing, too. Veteran player just trying to take advantage of a hole on the right side. Ball running up and in on him. Took an inside-out swing, trying to hit that hole on the right side. He didn't hit it hard, he just hit it in the right spot. Suddenly the Braves have runners on the corner.
And Rafael Belliard, the batter, in his lifetime, he's done well against Boskie, 4 out of 9. All this has happened with 2 outs. A little bit outside, it's 1-0. Kent Merker waits on deck. Enough of that water stuff. I can't talk. 2-0 the count. They play him very shallow and around toward right. There's a strike right in there. It's 2-1.
Braves scored first last night. Went on to win easily, 7-2. They are 17-2 when they score the first run and have a good opportunity here.
Hit to third. Could be out of the inning. Collins fires. Boy, he really likes to cut it loose, and the inning is over. So, 2-out threat comes to nothing. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 2 left at the end of 2. We are scoreless in Atlanta.
You'd be surprised what a BMW convertible is going for these days. The new 318i.
If the tie had never been invented, if pantyhose self-destructed upon creation, and all there was to wear were the loose, free clothes good as a room makes, then life would be truly enjoyable.
Good to see him so relaxed.
And you would be truly comfortable. Fruit of the Loom. Clothes that make you feel good.
At Long John Silver, they got glasses. 69 cents is all. Get them both big, big, and small. You better go fish. The reason is clear. and Long John Silver's bunted glasses are here.
We go to the third inning here. Whoops. We just lost it. Somewhere in there, the pretty blonde next to the guy in the Braves hat is Tammy Bedrosian. Just above where the run sign is. Steve's wife, and her kids threw out the first ball tonight. And I know it meant a lot to her because they've been through an awful lot.
She may be filling out her all-star ballot.
Either that or the grocery list. Top of the order, Lynn Dykstra leads it off. Fast strike inside corner, 0-1.
I thought it was great what the guys at TBS did for the Bedrosian family, hooking Steve up with one of those video phones during spring training where he could talk to the family while they were in Minnesota.
Those things must really be neat. I've never seen them.
He was very grateful, and the next best thing to being there, I guess.
Seems like only yesterday we were in Richmond in 1981, the strike year, broadcasting the games, and Steve was there, and Brett Butler, and all that group of kids. Now they're old pros. 1-2, the count. After the game tomorrow, the Braves head to New York for 3, then to Cincinnati for 3, then to Colorado for 3, before coming home against Houston on May 24th. Two and two, the count. Dykstra, Duncan, and Jordan do in the third inning. John Kruk sits this one out, so is Darren Dalton. Kruk fighting an injury. Still 2 and 2. But the way things are going, Jim Fregosi just wanted to shake things up anyway.
That last swing by Dykstra, I think the best he's had in the last 2 nights. He was right on that fastball from Merker.
And he hit that ball well into right field. Justice turns tail, looks up. It's off the wall. Dykstra heads for second. The throw is late and gets away. So once again, the Braves are in the soup. Well, Joe called it. Said he had a good swing on the previous pitch. There wasn't a whole lot wrong with that one either, was there?
Not at all. Great extension. He got his timing back a little bit. And after just missing one, laces it. Here's the pitch again. Fastball, belt high. Only now 4 for 35 off left-handers, but I guarantee he hasn't hit too many any harder than that.
Mariano Duncan came into the game hitting .313 against left-hand pitchers, so he's a tough out. They got him to fly to center his first time. Took a shot at right field trying to move the runner over and popped it foul, 0-1. The 0-1 lined into right field, but foul. Another ball is sharply hit, and again he tried to give himself up to move the runner over.
Pratt did a good job of that in the second inning. Mariano Duncan, a real good fastball hitter. So even though Merker's got a good fastball tonight, Duncan has the capability certainly of taking a little off his swing and taking that inside-out stroke to get him to third base.
See if he still tries to go that way with 2 strikes. And he did, and he succeeded. A little tap to McGriff. He missed him. Tag him, Fred, or tag the bag, tag something. Now he's out.
He didn't need to tag him. He stepped on the bag.
He stepped on the base, and the umpire didn't notice it. He was so intent on the fact that the tag had been missed and that Duncan had missed the base that he called it like you do at home plate on a play.
That is exactly what happened. Fred made the swipe but didn't give up on him. Duncan saying he got a piece of the bag as he went by, and Fred right here steps on the base, and then when he got no call, went ahead and tagged Mariano. And then Jeff Kellogg rings him up.
And Kellogg is...
And I think it's the correct call.
Kellogg is down there saying, why didn't I just call him out when he stepped on the base? Because it's like the play at the plate where stepping on the base normally doesn't create the out. Fly ball foul, 0-1.
It looked like Duncan's hand just missed the bag and got nothing but chalk. But he did succeed in getting Dykes to third, and that's what he was trying to do.
He did his job, and there's a fly ball to center field. It's going to give the Phillies the lead. Dion with a catch. And about a 14-hopper to the plate. Sacrifice fly, RBI. And the Phillies have the lead, and though he gets no share in it statistically, you can credit a lot of that to Mariano Duncan. Here's Dave Holland.
Excellent fundamental baseball, too. The double, ground ball to get him over, even with 2 strikes, and then the sacrifice fly.
Let up low, 1 ball, no strikes.
You can win a lot of games getting 1 hit in an inning if you execute like that.
And just add on, playing it the same way. There's the strike. Collins walked his first time. Down and in. It's 2 balls and a strike. What was your favorite ballpark you ever played in? I would guess either Dodger Stadium or Kansas City.
It wasn't Dodger Stadium. But I would put Kansas City up there. And I would have to go with some of the older ballparks in the American League. I would say Fenway Park, Tiger Stadium.
I should have known that. The 3-1 pitch, here it is. Lined hard, but fouls 3-2. You're really into studying and researching the old ballparks and the baseball as it was played back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, and I think that's what's wonderful about the development of the new stadiums and some of the old look. You know, the classic lines and no symmetry to some of the fences. It's wonderful.
Collins walks again. Second walk of the night for Merker. It's been the same man both times. Here's Incaviglia. Yeah, all these stadiums like this one, nothing against them, but they all are so much alike. I think it takes a lot of the fun out of the game. People used to, I know the young fans get bored with all this, but the Polo Grounds is about 260 down the lines and a huge center field about 480 feet.
Well, and I think this ballpark, to me, knowing what it was like back in the mid-70s when it was almost a pasture in the outfield from the football that gave it a beating in September as Leo Mazzoni makes his way out to talk to Merker to check on him. It's actually in much better shape than it ever was then when it was new. I think it's, as a baseball park, it's really in its prime right now because it's only a baseball park.
Well, no doubt about it, and Ed Bangin in the whole world. I think Leo went out there more than anything else just to make sure that rib cage was okay. And Merker said that it is. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Well, there's the story of the game to this point. O'Brien did a good job of keeping that ball in front of him, 2-0.
Maybe something else to think about with the new ballpark that's going to be built here in Atlanta that the Braves will get to move into after the Olympics. It's going to have the look and feel of the old ballparks, from what I'm told. But what about this? You're talking about short porches like in the Polo Grounds? What if that field were to have a dimension in right field that was night with all these left-handed power hitters the Braves have now.
It'd be good right now, wouldn't it? Justice in foul territory. Look out, David. He made the catch, hit the mound, took the spill, but hung on. But the Phillies get a run. They do it on one hit, and they leave one, and we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Philadelphia 1, Atlanta nothing.
If you think Sunday night means the weekend's over, hold on. Beginning. National Geographic Explorer every Sunday night, 9 Eastern, only on TBS.
For years now, Mr. Krylon Spray Paint's been showing you how to get a professional finish. While I've been taking to the cleaners. Well, no more. Krylon's easy. Go play with your tarantula. I'll spray it here, the other leading brand there. Krylon's smooth. No runs, no drips, no airs, and dries to the touch in 12 minutes. The other brand's tacky. Hey, boss. Have a seat. Hey, great. Thanks, sir. How you doing? Good. I gotta go spray paint. Don't get any paint on you.
And look, Krylon is changing the face of your automotive needs with Duplicolor.
Before you ask the questions, Canon has the answers. The speed, the power, the vision. When the rest say you can't, Canon says you can. The corporate line of high-volume copiers. Now you can. Call 1-800-OK-CANON.
At Stanley, we test the quality of our sliding mirror doors by opening and closing them over 100,000 times. This doesn't make for great entertainment, but it does make a great closet door. The Accent Mirror Door from Stanley.
We've got more baseball coming your way tomorrow afternoon, a business fan special at 12:35 tomorrow afternoon, the finale of this three-game series with the Phillies. Greg Maddux against Kurt Schilling. Schilling 0-4 on the year, and then the Braves have a day off on Thursday, move to New York on Friday and take on the Metropolitans. That'll be Tom Glavine against Bobby Jones in the opener of that series, and that'll be at 7:30 on Friday.
Kent Merker leads off the third and hits it hard, but right at the shortstop. Whoop, whoop. Still got him by a half step, one down. Duncan played a little highlight with it, but he recovered in time to throw him out. So Merker's streak stays in effect. He has one hit in his major league career, an infield hit against Bill Landrum back in July of 1991. He hit that ball sharply, but right out.
Do you think this style is going to last for Dion?
No.
I wouldn't think so either.
Change up for a strike, 0-1. He doesn't see the first pitch fastball much at all anymore, does he?
No. Well, he might from a left-hander, but rarely from a right-hander.
Breaking ball makes him skip the rope to get out of the way. Took something off, had him way out in front, 1-2.
Look at the comparison in his at-bats against right-handed pitching and left-handed. You can see that his production predominantly against the righties.
Another let up. He has to supply his own power. Dykstra handles it in deep center field. 2 down. I mean, he knows it. He worked hard in spring training, batted against as many left-handers as he could. He's in that situation. You can't prove that you can hit him unless you get a chance to hit him. And when you're learning to hit him, you're not going to look too good. Here's Terry Pendleton. Just a little low and inside.
Getting back to that stadium thing.
Yes.
Had a little, about a 320-foot porch down the right field line for Justice, McGriff, Plesko, Carrasco. And any switch hitter like Pendleton that might be hitting from the left side, that'd
be okay for a while, but might turn around and bite you right in the kneecap 5 or 6 years from now.
Charlie Finley that was always trying to change the dimensions of his ballpark to suit whatever
he was
needed?
he was one. They did it in Houston, you know. Changed the country.
I think Charlie was trying to change his weekly, wasn't he?
Yeah, it seemed like that. One of my favorites used to be the old Crosley Field in Cincinnati. I was fortunate enough to get to go there with my dad when I was 8 or 9 years old. And they actually had a terrace in left field running up to the wall. And you'd see these poor outfielders who weren't used to it go up that terrace and then have to come running down to make the catch. And guys would really embarrass themselves. You broke back too far and had to fix sort of like the bullpen thing, only you're running straight down like a ramp. And it was not always a pretty sight. If our old friend Bob Skinner is looking into that, I remember him a couple of times.
Had a few wars with it?
Yes, he did. The terrace won. Well hit center field, Bud Dykes is back there. That ball was sacked. But the inning comes to a close, and again, the Braves go in order. 1, 2, 3, and after 3, the Phillies lead it 1-0.
Hurst. When the car fires up, it's power. It's talking to me. All I hear is music. When you hit the throttle, it pulls your head back and it wants to rip it off. It's you, the competition, and everything has to be just right.
You're all now.
Man, from that time on, all you can think about is winning.
You're all leader.
Man, that's a ride.
Legends live.
With so many people still enjoying the service and convenience of their local True Value, another use may have to be found for those humongous hardware warehouses. Get a quart of Ortho Weed Be Gone Weed Killer for $6.44 and a bag of Green Thumb Lawn Food for $4.99 at True Value. Quantities are limited.
Tower, I think I once bought a lawnmower here.
Your house is losing it. Heat, air conditioning, up to $350 every year. Time to cut your energy loss with new DAP Energy Saver All-Season Caulk. Energy Saver's special formula seals cracks for years. And with our unique DAP cap, anyone can get professional results. Looking good. Now it's easy to seal and save with new DAP Energy Saver Caulk. Use it or lose it.
We go to the 4th inning. Extra camera shot. Wes Chamberlain leads it off. He doubled his first time. Joe Simpson, Skip Carey with you so far. Shawn Boskie has bested Kent Merker in this duel, but a long way to go. We have played 3. Cardinals bat in the second, leading the Cubs 3-0. Cubs are 10 games out already. A little broken bat liner just got past Belliard and into center field. Chamberlain is red hot. That's 4 hits and 5 at-bats in this series, and for the 3rd straight inning, the leadoff man is aboard for the Phillies.
That's something the Braves were able to work on against the Montreal Expos. They did a good job of keeping the Montreal hitters' leadoff man off the bases. But again, Chamberlain, he's living right. He's hitting them in the right spot.
Here's Todd Pratt. This guy's a big man, 6'3", 230. Out of Bellevue, Nebraska, lives now in Sunrise, Florida. Went to high school in the San Diego area. I bet you didn't know he's a jazz aficionado.
I did not know that. Learn something every night, and I appreciate it. Thanks.
The 1-0 pitch. High pop foul back out of play.
Merker has not used his breaking ball or his off-speed pitch against Pratt.